Hello and welcome back. So today we're going to make a iced flashed brew coffee. Now as you can see, got a little bit of a setup happening here. I've got 200 grams of ice, so I'm actually going to change that to about 150. 165. Tiny little bit. That should do it. A little bit less ice. And I'm going to pop that to the side. Cool. Alright, so first things first, we need to get some coffee, grind it up, put some water in the kettle. We're going to be brewing hot, and then we're going to be pouring over the ice, and I'll show you a little bit more on how to do that. Alright, so I'm actually going to use this coffee. So this is a washed Guatemalan coffee. Yesterday I had a geisha from the same farm, but today it's just a bourbon, I believe. Cool. So we're going to actually weigh out 20 grams instead of 15. Just on our scale. Whoops. Awesome, so that's 20 grams of coffee. I think washed coffee is really nice when you consume it cold, iced. It just has a really nice sort of profile that stands out really well. Cool, so I'm just going to pop this back. And we're going to need a little bit more water, so I'm just going to fill it up real quick in our kettle. And we're going to put that on to about 95 degrees. So it's already set at 95 degrees. So we're going to let that come to a boil. Missed the blend, sorry. What? Okay, it's so it's not a blend. This is a single origin Guatemalan coffee. So we actually, it's by a roaster called El Parch. And we used to sell it on the website, but I don't think it's on for the moment. Yesterday we had the same coffee, but it was from it was a geisha variety, so it's the same. It was the same farm in Guatemala that it was grown from, but the variety was geisha. This one, it's a washed processed, same farm, but it is a bourbon. Cool. So I've got the water boiling, and I'm actually just going to come over here and let's get to grinding. So the plan for this is to do a flash coffee. So it's brewed hot, poured over ice, so it's a cold beverage in the end. That's what you get. So just little spritz of water. I might need to go through and change my grind settings. So this is the new MK4 Comandante. So I'm going to go all the way to 0 point. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Flavor notes? You'll have to wait and see. No, this is a real, it's a washed coffee, so it's really nice, and some sultanas. It's nothing too fermented, or nothing too crazy in that sense of things. It's definitely more kind of got a thick body texture. I don't believe I've had this as an iced coffee, so it would be interesting to see how that goes. So I've just got it on 20 clicks, which I've just realized might be a little bit too fine. I'm just going to go 22. Actually, you know what? That's fine. Let's do 20 clicks. Have you guys brewed this way before? Do you guys brew coffee at home? Or have you ever had an iced coffee that's brewed hot, let me know. Alright, got our beans in here. This is the American cherry. Let's get grinding. AeroPress mainly. Yeah, cool. AeroPresses, they're awesome. I'm not sure how well you can hear me, but pour over is good too. I definitely prefer pour over. Just gives you a little bit more control, but it also relies on the technique a lot more. AeroPress is good though because it's full immersion, so you can use a really, you don't have to use the best top-notch grinder, and you can still have some really amazing coffees come out of it. What grinder are you using? AL3XK88? What's the name? Alright, hi guys, welcome to everybody, all the new people who are coming up. Barista 270, yeah, nice, cool. I think I was surprised to find out that the Barista actually used conical burrs. I'm not sure whether they're ceramic or stainless steel, but I remember one of my friends has a Barista, and I looked and they were conical burrs. So I was actually quite surprised, but for that price, it's a great grinder. Alright, so, hello. I've got my paper filter. We're just making an iced coffee. We're in Melbourne. It's a really nice, hot day, so iced coffee is going to go well. Alright, so I'm just going to pop my dripper here, get my filter ready. Because this is the switch, what I like to do is just hold the water in while I'm pre-wetting and preheating my brewer. I just find that since I've got that option there, it's might as well use it. Cool. I've just filled it up about halfway. Give it a little swirl and let it drain. And this is the coffee. Oh, lots of chaff. That's alright though, I don't mind a little bit of chaff. I could blow it away, but I'm not going to do that today, I can't really be bothered. And we're going to get rid of that water. Then I'm going to put my carafe with the ice in it. Whoops. There you go. And my dripper on top, just like that. And it's open, the valve's open. Tear that all out, and we're going to put our coffee grinds in. Smells really good. 20 grams. I think there's a little bit lost just with the grinder retention. That's alright, not too bad. I'm just going to level that out a little bit and get straight into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to only use 150 grams of water. And as you could see before that there was 20 grams. So just a little bit of quick maths. We're going to be using a 1 to 15 ratio in the end. So we still want to maintain a lot of that texture. And we don't want it to be watered down or anything. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to use a lot less water. Because we've already got the water here stored in the ice. So we're going to use less water, we're going to brew hot. That's going to create a bit more of a concentration. I've used 20 clicks, 20 grams, so it is relatively fine, and that will help with getting us a little bit more of that texture that we're looking for. Cool. So what I'm going to do is, alright, we'll just do it as a normal V60. So I'm just going to start off 60 grams straight in. So that's triple my dose for my bloom. Cool. Pop that back on. Give it a quick swirl. Make sure that everything is nice and saturated. How's everyone's weekend going? Is it your weekend? Tell me. Alright, we're going to actually wait till it's 45 seconds for a bloom. Usually I do 30, but let's go for 45 this time. Nice. Slow and steady. And I'm just going to wait until it hits the 100 mark. It smells really good. Another swirl. And let that drain for a little bit. As soon as I can see that the grounds are starting to appear again, I'm going to go ahead for that final little pour of 50 grams. Alright, and that final touch. Fantastic. 150 grams. Make sure that our cup or mug or whatever we're using is empty. Final swirl. Now obviously it's going to be a lot quicker of a drawdown than if you were doing a traditional brew, and that's just because we logistically don't have enough water, so it's a concentrate. So it's because you're using less water, it is going to generally it's going to be a lot quicker, but still you want to counter that by going a little bit finer. So far it's looking so good though. And that's stopping now. Any final drips, just pop that over here for a moment. There we go. Super refreshing, flash brewed iced coffee. So this is brewed hot, poured over ice, and it has all the wonderful things that you can pick up in a black coffee, but it has the added benefit of being consumed cold, iced for hot days like today. Get this shot in front of the camera. There we go. Very satisfying stuff. Alright. Since it's iced coffee, it's ready to go now. I'm going to have a quick sip. Do you find as the ice melts the flavour changes? Not particularly. Sometimes. Depends only if you use too much ice. If you're using way too much ice, or if you're not using enough ice, that's when I taste the difference. But over time, for the same cup of coffee, I don't really notice too much of a difference. Maybe towards the end it can be a little bit more watered down and less flavorful, so, but yeah. Alright, let's give this a try and see what it tastes like. Nice, okay. So it definitely has more acidity than when it's brewed hot. Straight off the bat, nice, crisp acidity. It's super refreshing. I'm not too sure whether that is the coffee itself or just this type of brew method, but it is really good. Super